Gonna hit you with a double dose. Girl, you're gonna love double dose. Tell me, have you heard double dose? Best podcast, double dose. Shanti, Ayla, and Dionté. Yeah. Bringing you a podcast in a new way. Never know what we're gonna have to say. So sit back, relax, and hit play. Don't be scared or shy to take a peek. Cause all the drama and the comedy will have you weak. So if it's something new you see, just tune in a double dose every week. Let's go. Gonna hit you with a double dose. Girl, you're gonna love double dose. Tell me, have you heard of double dose? The best podcast, double dose. Gonna hit you with a double dose. Girl, you're gonna love double dose. Tell me, have you heard double dose? The best podcast, double dose. Alright, now we can start. Let me move my little mirror. Now we can start. Hello, everyone. Yes, welcome back to episode 3. This is episode 3 of season 3 of Double Dose. With me, Dionté, and Shahv Ayla. Let me position that. Let me see. We've been gone so long. Blame Shahv. We've been Whoops. We've been gone for ever, but it's okay because we're back now. And it is June. It is officially Pride Month.
Yeah!
So yes, expect for this to be a very gay episode. You see me, I got my whole little gay setup here. Shav's wearing all black because she has to go to work after this, which means that our time is cut short a little bit, but it's okay because we're going to talk about as much as we can with the time that we do have. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. Opening remarks. Make sure that you follow us on all of our social media platforms. If you have not done so already, make sure that you subscribe. I'm pretty sure if you're watching this and you are already subscribed, I hope you are subscribed. Let me see. Make sure that you hit that like button, all that good jazz. And now we can start with the weekly highlights, which we've been going for a minute. So, what do you have any key things that popped out at you these past couple of whatevers?
Well, the Pokemon Direct happened. I don't know if you care about that.
Oh, yeah, I heard about it. I heard that the new Pokemon game supposedly looks really good.
It looks amazing.
It's what everyone was waiting for, from what I hear.
I'm so hype. If anyone cares about that, leave some comments. Maybe I'll talk about it on the next episode. Mm-hmm. But that happened. My brother graduated. Did I talk about that the last time I was here?
No. He was already in high school, so he graduated high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. He graduated high school and is now going to community college.
Wow.
Yay.
My sister, she's now going to high school.
What high school is she going to?
Is she going to Girls High?
Oh.
Either Girls High or Emotech. I think it's Emotech, though.
Emotep?
Yeah, that.
Emotep. Emotep. But that happened. I really don't remember a lot of shit that happened recently. I've been working out.
Why? I've been needing to do that. I've been I wanted to get my body snatched for Pride and shit. And I've been you know what? Whatever. Pride in my slouch. Pride in the belly. Because I'm just lazy.
Yeah, I feel right now my body is kind of ideal. Mm-hmm. For what I want for myself. So I'm just trying to maintain that right now. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why I've been in the gym. And also, to maybe help with some bloating.
Do you pay for the gym?
No, not right now. Okay. John has a membership. He bought, he got one that he can bring a guest and also attend classes with. So, I'm only using that right now because I go back to school in the fall. And UArts has a free gym for me because I go there. Even though it's kind of shitty. We both go there. Yes, I know. I don't know why I said
Wait, so the gym is a thing now?
Yeah, it's it's just a room with some treadmills and
Oh, okay.
I think it's exclusively cardio.
Well, that's all I do anyway is use the treadmill, so that's okay.
I like using
because I don't lift weights machines. And shit.
I don't lift weights either, but you can bring your own weights if you like. I feel weights isn't the issue. It's the muscle, the machines that target the
back shit and all that. Yeah, all my friends that work out, they all have those really broad backs.
Yeah,
it's
I don't want to be that. I just want to tone. I fucked my abs up.
Your abs?
Yeah, oh my god. So I went for the first time with John, and he was doing his workouts. So he's been working on he does his ab workouts on a mat in the open area, and so. He I gotta do some sit-ups. It's my turn now to try the exercise. Mm-hmm. So the first one I do, I sit up and I fart He did it too, so it's natural, but oh, okay. Oh my fucking god, I'm really here farting. And I could feel I fucked something up in here. That was this past Wednesday. And I'm still feeling it today. Haven't been able to work out my abs. I don't know. I might have really messed myself up on the inside, but I've been having a good time at the gym. Either way, cardio's fun. I've been running on the treadmill. Notice I'm building my endurance and stamina. But yeah, that happened. And work's been work.
Work's been work.
I've been trying to learn Japanese.
Oh, yeah. She just recently told us she's trying to move to Tokyo.
Japan.
Tokyo.
Yeah, that was kind of life affirming, actually. Like, that realization that that's something I want to do. Like, it's like one thing that has always kind of felt right. Because I've wanted to go since I was a kid.
Like, yeah, I've always wanted to visit. Only because, like, it's nice and bright and colorful and, like, video games and shit.
Yes, and it's, like, really technologically advanced compared to America.
Right.
And the streets don't look like how they do here. Everything's cleaner, nicer.
That's because they don't play. They're not doing all that. They're like, Yeah,
and I feel like poverty isn't as much of an issue there. I don't know. I need to do more research, but, like, I feel like even people who are on the lower end of, you know, like, wealth, I guess, in the city don't live as, like...
You should try to, like, find someone who lives there that can, like, tell you from experience what it's like living there.
Yeah, I've been doing research, but what I want to do is, like, this upcoming year, we have that... Did I type up that scholarship that the illustration department has, where you win it and then, like, you get to... Your senior year of tuition is paid for, and you get, like, a certain amount of money to travel over the summer.
No, but I know about it now.
I want that. Like, I'm already planned, and I'm fiending for it. I'm going to win it, and I'm going to travel to Japan. I'm going to see what it's like for myself. Yeah, like, I've been doing it, and it's going to happen. So, yeah, that happened. And that's all I really remember. Oh, my God. Oh, no, something else bad happened. I got into another conflict with the Lyft driver.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, cussed
another. This is why I take Uber.
Uber, is it really that different, though?
Uber's cheaper, though.
Cheaper, but...
Everyone says Lyft is cheaper, but every time I call it, Uber is always cheaper.
It's pretty... I feel like it is a little bit more expensive, but I cannot stand Lyft, and I can't wait to get a car. I've also been working on getting my permit. But yeah, that's all that's been happening for me.
Well... Let me see. I'm going to cut some of these out. Actually, no. I'll just talk a little faster. So, last time we recorded, I don't remember what day that was, but last time we recorded, a couple days after that, like, my younger sister, the youngest one, her phone got stolen, and we had to, like, we had to go on, like, this whole ass goose chase to get her phone back. So, what had happened was, all right, so first of all, I wasn't even home. I get a text from my mom. She's like, hey, what's his face? Her phone got stolen. She was like, can you track it? And I'm like, well, she has an Android. I'm like, I don't know how the fuck you track Androids. I'm like, we gotta find my iPhone. I was like, I don't know what you do for that. So I Googled it. I was like, how to track Android phones. And it was like this little Google things, like android.com/find, something like that. So I said, okay. So I goes to that, but it needed me to log into her Google information. I'm like, well, I can't do it from where I'm at. And she was like, all right, we'll do it when you get home. So I get home, I asked my sister, I'm like, okay, what's your Google information? She's like, I don't know. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
How you expect me to track your phone? You don't even know your information. So we sit here going through a bunch of different passwords. She finally gets it right. We finally get into her account or whatever, and it tracks her phone to this one location. I'm like, do you know anyone that lives on this street? And she's like, yeah, my friend lives on that street. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, we know who has your phone then.
Her friend stole her phone?
Her friend, yes, stole her phone. Okay, so...
Snakes in the garden.
So we call up her grandmom. Her grandmom drives us down there, and like she had only been to this girl's house like one time, so she didn't remember exactly which house it was. And like, you know, Google Maps doesn't give you an exact location; it gives you like coordinates or whatever. So I'm like, so she takes us to the house that she thinks it is, and like this boy answers the door, and we're like, "Hello, we're here to see da 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 da," and he's like, "She doesn't live here," and we're like, we look at my sister, we're like, "Bitch, we just brought us to the stranger's house." And he's like, yeah, she lives a couple doors down. So we're like, okay, thank you. So we go to that house. We go, do-do-do. We knock on the door. Another little boy answers. My mom's like, hello, does what's his face live here? He's like, yeah. And we're like, okay, well, can we speak to the mother? And he's like, hold on. He closes the door, comes back 5 minutes later with the little girl. We're like, hello, are you da-da-da? She's like, yeah. We're like, okay, can we speak to your mother? She's like, hold on. They both close the door. Come back 5 minutes later with the father. We're like, hello, are you da-da-da's father? And he's like, oh, yeah. So my mom explains the whole situation to him. She's like, oh, yeah, like my daughter's phone got taken today. Da-da-da. We tracked it down and they brought us here. And the father was like, oh, yeah, my daughter did tell me something about that. And we're like, oh, really now? Okay, well, if you could just give us the property. He's like, hold on 1 second. Then all three of them close the door. They finally come back 5 minutes later with the mother. She got on her little robe. Like,
this is exhausting.
yes. And we're like, hello, are you the mother of da-da-da? She's like, yes, I am, with her robe. She's like, what's the issue?
Oh my god.
On defensive. We explain the whole situation to her. And now she's all like, my daughter ain't no thief. Da-da-da-da. Like, we sit here going back and forth with this lady. Like, it was a whole mess. We had to end up calling the cops.
Are you serious?
Yes, even the cop, like, we showed the cop that the phone was clearly tracking us to this location, and she did not want to believe technology. She's like, that could be anybody. She was like, how do y'all know my address? Da, 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 da. We're like, ma'am, it's clearly right here at this location. Like, are you dumb? Are you just stupid? Like, what? Like, it was a whole mess. We had to file a police report. It's a whole situation.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, we'll be seeing them in court.
Are you serious? Over a phone?
Yeah. We're going to get something from that phone. Some money, new device, something.
Oh my god, that's crazy. That little girl really stole, and her mom was like,
yes! Her mom was really defending her. And it was just so funny how as soon as we left their house, I couldn't track the phone no more.
They turned it off.
And then later on that week, some new sources came in. So what's his face? Maya went to school, whatever. Mm-hmm. She's like, oh yeah, like she told me that when you were calling my phone, like they heard it ringing and they didn't know what to do with it. I was like, wait, so she admitted to having the phone? And she's like, yeah, and I'm like, okay, so she admits to having the phone after the fact, but didn't want to just get. I'm like, because according to her, the little girl didn't want to keep the phone, like she didn't want to take it, but she was just too scared to give it back. And I'm just like, you know how much trouble you didn't cause now because you didn't want to just give the phone back. I'm like, you dumb little girl, whatever. Okay,
that's crazy.
But yeah,
I want an update when this
yeah, well, most definitely. So stay tuned for the update on the stolen phone.
That's crazy.
But let me see. Later on that night, what's his face? BJ came over. We started working on music again. Oh my god, I cannot wait for people to hear this stuff. And it's so good. It got me so hyped. But we're working on that, and then. So it's just so funny. So as soon as Pride Month starts, I said Pride March. Soon as Pride Month starts, I start getting all these different run-ins with like transphobia. Now, I am not myself transgender, but I do have a lot of transgender associates and allies. You know, I fight for my community, LGBT, okay? And on Instagram, someone had put this I wish I still had. Do I still have those screenshots? I hope I still have those screenshots. I'm gonna look for them as I tell the story. But someone had posted this post about this trans athlete, right? Male to female, transgender. And it was basically saying that it was unfair for her to be competing with the cis female athletes because she was more like athletically built or whatever. They're like, oh no, that's a man, that's unfair, da 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 da. And I had to jump into the conversation. I'm like, hold the fuck up. Hold on one moment. I'm like, just because. Shit, I wish I could find those damn screenshots. Because I was taking screenshots of everything. It was all up on my story. Shit.
Really? On Instagram or Snapchat?
On Instagram. Oh, I found it. Yeah, I found it. So I was like, because the girl that posted it, she was like, I don't have anything against transgender people, but this isn't fair. And I'm like, hold on, Miss Thing. That's like saying, I'm not racist, but, you know, so I commented under it. I was like, no shade, because I didn't want to start no trouble. I said, no shade, but even if you don't have anything against trans folks, I don't think you realize how transphobic that statement and this entire post is. Shaking my head. I said, although she may have been born male, she still identifies as a woman and went through 12 months of hormone therapy because I did my research. Before I clapped back, I looked up this woman. I did my full research on the full situation, okay? She went through 12 months of hormone therapy just to be biologically one of the girls. And to also have the right to compete under the NCAA guidelines. I'm assuming that has to do with the track shit, NCAA, whatever the hell. Just to be able to follow through with their guidelines and what they consider as a female competitor, she went through all that shit. So she qualifies under all their rules and shit as a female competitor. Therefore, it's completely fair. Doesn't matter what she was born as. It's fair. She did her shit. And then I said, I said it just like that. Therefore, it's completely fair, period. And then, of course, because Black people don't want to let nothing go. They gotta have the last word. They have to have the final say. People are just so ignorant. Someone else, not the girl that posted it, someone else responded to me and was like, he is still a man. It doesn't matter if he is taking hormones. The only way he would be able to transform into a woman is if his body was completely reconstructed. So this is not fair. He is still a man. That is the reality. He is still built like a man. Only thing hormones did is allow him to grow breasts and soften his voice, etc. They cannot reconstruct the body. And that's just winded.
Calm down.
So I responded to them and I said, but you know what does reconstruct the body? Hard work and training. I said, if those women wanted to, they could have a body just like hers, but they choose not to because they want to remain feminine and therefore lost because of it. Oh, well, I said, if these women have a problem with their competitor, then they should step up their game and train harder. And I said, but the only people complaining are the spectators. Therefore, the ones who have nothing to do with anything with my little cheek.
The athletes aren't even.
Yeah, exactly. The athletes aren't complaining. It's everyone else.
That's the problem.
So they responded back to me and was like, you're making excuses for him. And I was like, no one's making excuses. I'm stating the facts. Also, respect her pronouns. Shit. They was getting me mad every time they said he. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I feel like even in that debate, like whether or not like the validity of that person's gender identity doesn't really matter. You know, like I mean, like it shouldn't really be called to question. Like the whole he thing isn't, you know, because they're not still a man. Like
right. Like they
you want
went
to argue like the whole like build thing, like they're not, and you kind of need to
because there's so many fucking like female bodybuilders and shit. True. Like they if those other women wanted that body, they could. Like they just better train harder. Like the fuck, like that was making me real mad. And then, like, I swear I can't go on Facebook without seeing a post about another, like, trans woman of color getting, like, murdered.
It's
like,
really fucked.
There was this one, it said that she was decapitated and they left her head on the steps of, like, the city hall of her city. I was like, what the fuck? And it's been, like, over 300 women this year alone. And the year isn't even over. 2019, we're only halfway through the year and it's already been 300.
She's really terrifying.
Yes, and it's, like... It's saddening almost. It's just like...
Of course, it's heartbreaking. Like, what the fuck?
Right. So, like, that's another reason why I went off like that. Because I'm like, these women are out here getting murdered and y'all are mad because she's living her best life, winning her awards. She's getting her coin and y'all are mad because she's doing the damn thing. Like, are you serious? Like, I was like, get out of here with all that. Like, it pissed me off.
And it's also that whole mentality that kind of is, like, lurks behind this violence. People, like, they're really not lying when they say that trans women of color, like, they get it the worst. Because it's, like, even, like, the LGBT community as a whole, like, gets, what's the word? Oppressed?
Yeah, there we go. Like, oppressed. Even though they get oppressed as a whole, there are still there's levels. Yeah, there's levels to it, and they get it the worst. And it was funny because I matched with this person on Tinder who happened to be transgender, and they were like, it's totally fine if you're not okay with it, like I'm used to it at this point. And I was like, no, like I have no problem with it. Like they automatically assumed that I was just gonna like immediately block them once they said they were transgender, and I was like, no, like I don't care. Like you do you, boo. Like it was just like, okay. But positivity, back to positivity. Going on with the rest of the week, like I said, my sister had her little graduation thing. My other sister, she had like a little dance, so I like bedazzled their jackets for them. I know I put that on my story. I put the jackets on my story. Okay. I know, I'm thinking about starting a little business. I was like, I might have to charge some people for this.
Honestly, how much do you charge to bedazzle?
See, that I couldn't think of a price. I just knew that I wanted a down payment and then the full price. Because I'm like, I'm not...
factor in supplies.
Yeah, and supplies also has to get factored into that. Because I was like, I'm not about to waste my time making a jacket and then you say you don't like it and don't want to pay. Yeah. Like, no, you definitely going to pay something. That's what that down payment is for. The down payment would include materials. Mm-hmm. Interesting. And then if you don't like it, then I'll just keep the jacket. Shit, I made it. And then, let me see. Oh my God, okay. We about to get negative again, y'all. Aww. But this mofo tried to come for me on Grindr.
Tell.
Okay, so I screen recorded the conversation because I didn't want to I didn't want to risk like trying to take screenshots and then he blocked me before I could get the whole conversation. So I like screen recorded it and like hurried up and scrolled real quick. Mm-hmm. But hold on, I'm gonna just read the whole conversation because we have time. We don't, but we have time. It's almost 2:30. All right, so the first message they sent was Dionté, fuck me. And I said the little
Christy Teigen like that.
I was like, oh.
That's so personal.
And then the next message was come inside it said come inside me, my nigga. And I said, who even are you? And he said, I got the red light, yo. And I'm like, why are you quoting my music? Like, what?
That's terrifying.
Right? I was like, I'm like, do I know you? Because like, once you start quoting my songs, I'm like, okay, you know me a little too well. Like, what? Where did you come from? Yeah. And I said, yes, you do. And then he said, you like trade niggas though. So what's wrong? So I'm like, okay, this person. Where did you come from? I'm like, you know too much shit about me. I'm like, where the fuck did you come from? I'm like, someone played a prank on me. I'm like, is this somebody that I know? They just made like some fake profile. They're like, they playing some shit. Like, what the hell?
You recognize like the pictures and all that?
There was no picture. That was the thing. There was no picture. The profile itself was blank. So I'm like, who is this person? So he was like, you like trade niggas though. So what's wrong? And I said, okay. And I said, what I don't like is blank, faceless profiles. So like I said, who are you? And he said, why you getting hostile, my nigga? I'm trying to get in them cakes. And I said, because you're irritating the fuck out of me. He said, for real, let me get you pregnant. And I said, what? Like I said, the little Rihanna trip, like what? And then he said, I'm a nut in between your cakes. And I was like, all right, I'm done with this. Peace. Like I said, a little peace out emoji. I'm like, I'm done. And he was like, wait, yo. And I said, for what? You're wasting my fucking time. Like, because what time was it? It was 1:59 in the morning.
Okay.
So then he's like, I'm going to help your career. I got connects. I'm like, good for you. Not interested. I'm like, I don't want none of your whatever the hell. I'm like, no, not interested. And he said, that's why you going to keep flopping. Oh, well. And I just said a little T emoji like, hey, like, whatever. Okay. Not emoji, little gif. And he said, you know it's true. That's why. And I said, the fact that you're even aware of what I do means that I'm doing something right. Okay? And he said, no, I just follow you on Instagram, my nigga. Well, did. And I'm like, still aware. Like, you still know about me. You still know about my music. You out here quoting my lyrics. Like, I'm doing something. Shit. And he said, all them bots you got had to unfollow. And I'm like, okay. Like, trying to call my Instagram followers fake. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't care if they're bots or not. It still looks good. Numbers still count. It's not like I bought them. Like, what the hell? He said 2,000 followers but 60 likes. So I'm like, okay, so you were really like stalking my page. Like, what? Like, get out of here. I'm like, okay. And like, why are you so worried about me? He said, no one is. I'm trying to help your basic ass. I said, great. Thumbs up. I'm like, great.
Why do you keep responding to this?
Because at this point, I'm getting mad. Like, because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, who is this man? Like, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this.
Did you ever find out who it was? I need to know now.
No. No. But yeah, he was like, all them bots, fake ass followers. And I was like, okay. And I was like, you done? And he said that career in quotations was done as soon as you started, my nigga. And I was like, you're really wasting your breath. I said, you don't think I put up with I can't even talk anymore. I was like, you don't think I put up with even worse shit on the daily? Niggas who actually have the balls to say shit to my face, in all caps, to my face, and not hide behind a fucking faceless profile on a dating app, please. And he said, I've been told you, real talk. And I said, whatever. At the end of the day, your opinion is your opinion, which you are entitled to have, but I'm not required to listen. Goodbye. And that was the end of that. Because I wasn't dealing with the bullshit. I'm like, look, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to go to sleep. And this mother will come out of nowhere with all this hating ass shit. I'm like, the fact that he was stalking my profile, I'm like, why are you so pressed about me? Like, I just wanted to know why. Why me? Like, where the fuck? And he switched his whole thing switched from trying to get me pregnant to, oh, now I'm a flop. Like, I was like, get your shit together. Like, what?
Whoa.
I had to make sure that was still recording.
Whoa.
Yes.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. And then, let me see. I think that was like the, that might have been like Thursday. I didn't put like the dates or whatever. I just wrote down what was happening. But, yeah. And then, let me see. The kickoff party happened. That was lit. That the kickoff party was lit as hell. I made it lit. First of all, I just wanted that to be known. I made that kickoff. It was downtown. It was in the neighborhood. You did you go to Outfest?
Yes.
Okay, it was just like Outfest, but summertime. So, of course, I got there like as soon as it started, like when there was like nobody really there. And as people were like showing up, like the only person that I knew there was my cousin, because like everybody that I invited to come couldn't come or just like canceled at the last minute. So it was just me and her. And she doesn't,
What day was it?
It was on Friday.
Why didn't you invite me?
Did I not? I swear I invited like everybody.
You usually do. I just forget. I usually have.
Because I don't like to go to shit by myself. So I'd be like, hey, are you going to this? Are you going? Like, I texted everybody. But we were like the only two people there at first. And she doesn't dance. So, like, the music is bumping. I'm like, okay, I want to dance with somebody. So I just kind of like left her, found another little group of people. I'm like, let's dance together. They're like, yay! And like, my whole mission while I was down there was to, one, get my wristband for Sunday for the festival. And the two, to get me a rainbow bandana. Because my hair is growing in and it looks a mess, so I need to get a bandana to cover up my ashes, cover up my new growth. So I was sitting there looking around like at all the vendors and things, like nobody had merchandise like that. So I was like, excuse me, does anyone know where I can get a rainbow bandana? And just out of nowhere, these two little white girls, they're like, oh yeah, we know. And I'm like, great. And they're trying to like tell me the instructions and I'm like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, do you want us to walk you? I'm like, sure. Like, I'm like, sure, I can trust you guys.
Yeah, that's scary. I know people.
So, like, I'm walking, they're walking me to the store or whatever, and we end up at this place called, like, Danny's, which is, like, a sex shop or something like that, and we walk up in there, of course, first thing you see is dildos and dicks and vaginas and clits and da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay! And sure enough, like, it was, like, a whole, like, thing of rainbow bandanas. I'm like, okay, bet. But I think I might have got like the last one because all night people were asking me to buy my bandana off of me. Like everybody wanted this damn bandana and I was like, no. Like, you know how much I went through to try to get this thing? Like, no. Is that still recording? Did it stop?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
It has a full battery, so it's not me.
Where's the button? Fuck.
I went off of... Oh, never mind. I'll tell you something.
Okay, now it's recording again. Okay. And just had to turn the camera back on. But, yeah. I was sitting there. There was, like, this huge ass... Like, it never fails. Every time I start dancing, I automatically create a circle. I can never just dance and just be by myself. Like, as soon as one person's watching, it grabs the attention of everyone else. Next thing I know, there's a whole ass circle. And I'm like, damn, now I gotta, like, go off.
It just means star power, right?
Yeah, like, it's like, now I have to, like, perform. I can't just, like, groove. Like, now I gotta be like, yeah. Like, I gotta...
The it factor.
Yes. So now at this point, like there's literally, I think I have a video. I'll show you the video. But now there's like this big ass circle, like all this empty space. And I'm like, all y'all people are just like standing here. Like someone get in this thing and dance. Like, why am I the only one dancing? And then this guy that I know from the Mazzoni Center came in. Like, now I'm dancing with him, and now everybody's just watching us two dance. And I'm like, all right, that's it. So now I'm, like, running around the circle, like, pulling people in, like, making people dance. And I'm like, y'all is not about to wear me out. Not today. So, like, I got a couple people, like, dancing or whatever. Then I picked out this one chick, this white girl or whatever. She comes out, she starts doing pirouettes and splits and, like, fucking hip blade ballet type shit. I'm like, okay, where did you come from? I was like, she must be like a dance major or something, because like there was no way. She was doing like handsprings on the ground. She was like twerking and shit. I was like, okay, I picked the right one. And then let me see. Once it started getting, I started like seeing a bunch of people that like I don't want to say I know, but like people that I've seen on like Jack and Grindr and stuff like that, like people that I've both talked to, people that I've rejected, like you start seeing everybody. That's so crazy. And there was this one dude, this one older dude. I remember the day that I met him because I brought him into the dorm. And, like, he didn't look bad for his age, but he definitely acted his age. Like, he was about 40-something. I was like, I can't with you.
You brought him to the dorm?
Yeah. No, that was back when I was with Jake. So, like, Jake was in class, so it was just us two. Okay. And I swear he was stalking me the whole night. Like, it seemed like everywhere I went, like, he was just there. I'm like, you're not partying. I'm like, why are you always here? Like, go somewhere. And then like it was literally just like how it is when I'm on Jacked and shit. Like I kept attracting the older dudes. Like none of the younger dudes would dance with me, but all the old heads would just flock to me. And I'm like, ugh. But me being my happy, cheery, like party self, I'm like, yeah, like I'm dancing with them. And then they would like pull me closer, like whisper shit in my ear. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, thank you. There's this one white guy. He was like, blondes have more fun. I was like, yeah, I've heard that too. He was like, yeah, my pubic hairs are blonde. And I was like, whoa.
Oh wow.
I'm like, okay, nice. That's nice information there.
Oh my gosh.
And then later on that night, there was this one guy. I ended up running into him like all weekend. I ran into him at the block party. I ran into him at the parade. Like I ran into him at the festival. I just kept running into him ever since Friday. But he was like, oh, what's your name? Da da da. I'm like, oh, I'm Dionté. You know, you can look me up on da da da. You know, promoting myself. You're like, you're gonna talk to me. This is gonna be business. Promote myself. So he's like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a recording artist. And he's like, oh, I sing. I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. Thanks. So he's like, my name's da da da. I don't even remember what the hell his name was. But he was like, I got like a bunch of nicknames. I was like, oh wow. I'm trying to get away, trying to go dance. And he's like, yeah, they call me Dr. Love.
Oh my
they
gosh.
call me Daddy Long Legs. They call me the Magic Stick. I'm like, oh my God, sir. I'm like, really? What else do they call you? I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, there is the names I was born with, like J, JJ. I was like, yeah, I like those ones. I was like, those ones sound nice. And then of course, like I told you, I ran into him at the what's his face at the parade, and it's like it was just me and my sister. Like we were in the parade, and it was like with all those people, like it's kind of hard to escape. And then it's like you have like people watching you too. Like there's the parade and there's like the spectators. So I couldn't like dash and make it like obvious that I was dashing away. So I just kind of had to like
to run away from him.
Yeah, I tried to get away and I couldn't. There was so many people. Like I wish you could have came to the festival.
Yeah, really should have. I'm kicking myself. Oh my fucking God. Like, I got there. All my coworkers were there.
Really?
After my job, and I missed them. I ran into one lady while we were walking down the street. I'm not gonna say her name on here, but yeah, next year for sure, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, the festival was crazy. Like after the parade, there was this long ass line of people trying to like get wristbands for the festival, and then there's like really short John for like the people that already bought them. I was like, just like dash to the front like that. I'm like, oh well, sucks to be y'all. But then I'm sitting there looking at my fanny pack. I'm like, where is my wristband? I swore that I lost my wristband because like I had I left my wallet here at home and I just kind of like took all my debit cards and shit and wrapped them up in a rubber band. And I had my wristband wrapped up in the rubber band. But when I took out my little stack, it wasn't in there. And I was like, where did it go? But it was like in the little crevices of my fanny pack. And like I literally had a mini heart attack. I was like, fuck, am I gonna have to sit in this line? I was like, no.
How do you buy like the festival wristbands beforehand?
At the block party.
At the block party.
Yeah, that's
the night before.
On Friday. The John on Friday, they were selling them at a discounted price of $10. It was like you could go.
How much are they regularly?
Regularly they're $15, but if you try to buy them the day of, you have to wait in that long ass line.
And they're $15 still.
Yeah, and they're $15. Yeah. So it was either you could come to the block party and get them early without the line at a cheaper price, or you could wait till the day of and get them for $15.
That's what I'm doing next year. Oh, and you know what? We're going to be 21 by then, too.
Yes. I'm so hyped. You can go to Woody's, you can go to all the bars.
I saw some guy climb over the fence at Woody's. And
really?
And then we ran into him later at IHOP. It was hilarious. He was really in there. Like, he stayed in there the whole time.
Wow. Yeah, like, what's his face? My mom, because my mom came with us this year. And, of course, she didn't come to the block party. So she was sitting there in the damn line. And at first, she wasn't going to come because she didn't want to pay $15. And then I just so happened to find $15 on the ground. So,
are you serious?
Yes, I found $15 on the ground. I was like, well, here you go.
That was the universe being like...
Yeah, but then she got tired of waiting in line. And she said, fuck it. And she just left and went to a Dune Day instead.
Oh, my God.
So I was like, wow.
Dune Day happened that Saturday, too?
Yeah, a Dune Day always happens at the same time.
That's annoying.
And then, like, when she called me and told me that she was about to jump out of line. Well, no, okay, so this is what happened. I told her to call me when she got inside the gates so that I could come find her. Like, once she got out of line and once she was inside, because I knew she wasn't going to be able to find me. So I was like, tell me when you get in so I can come find you. And when she called me, I'm like, okay, you're in, great. So now I'm rushing to get to the front gates. And as I'm, like, on the phone with her, like, rushing to get to the front, this guy that I know from the attic, he's like, hey, like, I have some extra wristbands, like, if you have friends that, like, need to get in. And I was like, well, I wish you would have been here, like, sooner because they just got in. Like, I'm like, damn, like, that would have came in handy. So he's like, all right, no problem, have fun. He walks away. So now I get to the front gates. I'm like, where are you? And she's like, we're still in line. I'm like, wait, you're still in line? I'm like, I thought you were inside. She's like, no, we're still in line. So I was like, fuck. I'm like, that guy with the wristbands. I'm like, where'd he go? So now I'm running around trying to find him. Like, he disappeared so quick. Like, there were so many people, he was gone just like that. And I was like, damn it. And I couldn't find him. So I couldn't get the wristbands. I was like, if you'd have communication, that's why communication is key. Because if she'd have said, no, we're still in line, then I would have gotten the wristbands and they would have just skipped the line completely. But no.
Were they really far back in the line?
That I don't know. I know they were far enough for my mom to get tired of waiting.
Aww.
So yeah, so they went to a Dune Day. But the festival was still lit though. I ended up running into like all of my like little friends with benefits. Like they were all there. So I was just kind of like bouncing between all of them.
Interesting. Have you ever seen She's Gotta Have It?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly how it was.
No, Ladar.
Only that they didn't all come at one time though. Like they never met. That was the thing. Like I was just going back and forth to all of them.
You need to invite them to dinner.
But yeah, that was pretty much my weekend. Just a lot of, oh my God, then there was a fight. There was a fight on, I think he might have left by that point.
Yeah, okay. We saw cop cars coming down the street from inside the IHOP. We thought somebody like was shot or something like that.
Oh, no. It was two fights had broke out simultaneously, like at the same time. Mm-hmm. The one fight, it was a girl and some dude fighting. And then it was another one, like, there was so many people around the other one, I couldn't really see that one. But the guy was like dragging her like down the street. No. And it was like, I was like, woo! And I had my little flag. I'm like, stop the violence. I said, love is love. I was like, we must love each other. I'm sitting there being on Joe. Meanwhile, there's all this chaos and the cops is coming. I'm like that one hippie, like, love.
Were you scared?
Spread the love. No.
I thought somebody had gotten shot. We were scared.
Yeah, but after a while, I was like, this is too crazy. I was like, I need to go. But the bus wasn't coming for like another 20 minutes. And I was like, I'm not staying down here another 20 minutes. So I called me an Uber.
Okay, there you go. We took a Lyft home. We were both sloshed. Sloshed. That was so good, though. Oh, yeah, let me tell my pride story. Well, that morning, I got up and went to the gym. And after that, we were supposed to... Yeah. We took for fucking ever. Because I had gotten off late from work last night, the night before. And my friend who actually like went with me to Pride, I met up with her and her girlfriend at Pride, drove me to my house and went to sleep late, woke up late, went to the gym. We're supposed to go grocery shopping, but ended up not. So I just went down there, hung out, got drunk, bought Four Locos. It was great. We met up with you. Yeah. We danced. I gave you some.
You came to the nut ass after party.
I know.
Like, I was so mad when I heard about it and then I got there. I was like, this is not what I was expecting.
Me too. I thought it was going to be like that one time at Outfest.
Yeah, like that's what I thought it was going to be like.
And it wasn't. Boo hiss. But yeah, then we went to IHOP and that was it.
Yeah, I went to IHOP on Friday after the block party.
I was very drunk. Like, I remember now. Really? I was?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. We got ice cream, though. The guy in the Mr. Softy truck gave us a discount 2 for $5 because we only had $5 on us.
Wow.
Yeah, John had a great time, and we're going to go again next year.
I tell you how I didn't go viral, but it felt like I went viral. Cause all right, so let me see. At the festival, like I had been there all day. I had danced in the parade, dancing all day. My lower body was killing me. I was in pain, but energy, adrenaline, all that shit kicks in after a while. So a couple of friends of mine. Oh my god. The guy, what's his face? Tinder guy with multiple girlfriends. He was there, right? So with his girlfriend.
Oh, really? Which one?
The main one, the main Jojon.
Okay.
So they were both there, and of course there was the DJ started playing voguing music, and he's like, I want to see some voguing, da 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 da. So of course people make a whole circle, and people people were hesitant to even get into the circle because it's like. I don't know how, but at the freaking Pride Festival, everyone was scared to vogue. So I'm like, what the hell? That's what happens. We have a bunch of straight white people that come to the Pride Parade. But anyway, whatever. So what's his face? Of course, everyone, I kept running into people all day. I didn't know these people, but they all recognized me from the block party on Friday. Mm-hmm. So they were like, oh my God, you should go get in. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, girl, you missed me. Because my body was killing me. They were like, oh my God, you should go. And then the guy, what's his face, Tinder guy, he's like, yeah, you should go in there. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll watch. I'm going to finally watch this time. Because this was the first circle that I didn't start. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm going to watch. And then eventually he just pushed me in there. Everyone just pushed me into the circle. So I'm like, fuck, now I got to dance because I'm in the circle. So I danced, I do my kicks and my splits. Well, no splits. I can't do that. But I did everything else.
You can't split.
No, I'm not that flexible.
Me neither.
So I do all that. And then maybe 5 minutes later, I get a DM from Janiyah and she sends me a video from someone else's story and it's of me.
Was she there?
No, Janiyah wasn't there, but whoever this person that she follows was there, and they were in the circle and they recorded me. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm making it to people. I had my little viral moment. Right, expose me. I was like, you should have told her to tag me. I'm so mad I didn't screen record it because it's probably gone now. She posted it on her story.
I am tired.
So am I. My voice is hoarse.
I'm also hungry though too. All I had to do was a bowl of bran. I need my raisin bran. I need my fiber.
Oh my God! Speaking of being hungry, we went to Golden Corral yesterday after my sister's graduation, and I swear, children. Say
it again.
I hate children. We gets there right, and I get up to go get my food, and I just hear in little children voices. They're like, "Oh my God!" They're like, "Oh my God, look!" And I look, and they're staring at me. So I'm like, "What?" I stare at them like, "Hello," and they look so shook. They're like, I just flipped my hair and kept on walking.
That's how they say that the kids in Japan are towards black people.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh my God, this one lady said that, because she teaches English to little kids.
Mm-hmm.
She said that one of them called her, poop skin in Japanese.
Oh, no!
I don't know. It's just, kids are awful. Honestly, a lot of it is just, I
ignorance.
Like to think it. Yeah, ignorance, but at the same time, just not knowing and curiosity and not really having that filter.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they're a certain age. It could also be their ignorant ass parents, though. So.
Mm-hmm. That's why you gotta teach your kids.
More than often in America.
I heard that Arthur was getting canceled because of the episode.
No way. Are you serious?
That's what I heard.
Canceled?
I don't know if they meant literally canceled or culture canceled, but I heard it was
Why would it be canceled culturally? What was wrong with it? What you talking about?
Homophobic people and people not wanting their children exposed to those type of things.
They just can't cancel things. We get to cancel stuff. I heard they banned it in Alabama.
Really? Well, I was not surprised.
Honestly, Gilead. Cough, cough, cough. You know what that's from?
Mm-hmm.
It's from The Handmaid's Tale. If anyone knows, you don't know, but you should know.
Look, there's so many shows I haven't watched that. I was on Netflix and Hulu last night just adding things to my list and my queue. I'm like, I need to watch some things.
It's called
Queue. My queue.
Oh, you said queef. My queef. Oh my god.
my queue. Well, now it's my list on Netflix now. My list. And it's my stuff on Hulu.
My stuff?
Shit. I had we might have to do a part 2 before this month is over because I had so much shit I wanted to talk about. That video that I sent you.
Which one?
The one with the girl.
I watched that.
Yeah.
It's been a minute now though since I have, so I don't really remember most of it. It was about
But you have to go at 3, right?
I said 3. I would like to leave a little bit earlier because I want to get something to eat before I go to work. Because they don't always feed me, and I'm like, so well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna leave in a little bit.
Remember when I said I had a self-realization? I realized how territorial I am, low key. Hold on, I wrote it down because when it came, I was literally in the Uber dear diary, where is it? Okay, here it is. My little paragraph. This will be our last statement before we wrap. But I said, when I care hard, all caps. I said, even though I don't always show it. And I said, and when those feelings are romantic, I get really territorial, even if we're not officially together. Because like I always say, I don't like wasting my time. So the thought of someone just being able to come in and swoop someone up that I've put in so much work and effort into is infuriating. Because it's why am I spending my time talking to you, trying to get to know you, for you to just go and leave me for another nigga? The fuck, why I even bother? Why waste my time? And then I said the same goes for when those feelings aren't shown back. If I feel as though that a person doesn't care as much as I do, then I'll start to distance myself or just cut them off completely and move on because that's just how I am. I'm I see relationships as a business transaction.
Business transaction?
It's if I'm not if I'm not receiving anything or if you're not, if it's not working for both of us, then it's just cut it, end it, done deal.
That's good.
And
I think it's good anyway.
I said that's always why I'm so emotionally guarded. That's why I say I don't catch feelings. That's why I'm like that. And I said I try to prevent myself from quote unquote catching feelings because I know that infuriating feeling is how I'll feel if things don't go well, and I'm not trying to waste my time with that. Because I refuse to be sitting here stressing over somebody that isn't stressing over me. I'm not going to do it. And that whole realization came to me from this weekend. So
what about this weekend made you think that?
All right, so there was another guy that I met on Tinder a while ago. Nice dude, whatever. I met him for the first time at the block party because it was I hadn't we had been planning to meet, but our schedules just never aligned or whatever. And then at the block party, I just so happened to walk. I just so happened to walk past him, and it's I recognized the face, but I hadn't talked to him in a minute, so I couldn't remember his name. So I didn't say anything because I wanted to be hey, all up in his face and not know who the fuck this man was.
So where did you go?
So, and then plus, he looked at me too, but didn't say anything. So I was okay, does he just not want to talk to me? I was what the hell? So I went through my phone. I'm scrolling, trying to find his face, his contact picture. I'm okay, this is him. So I tested him. I was did I just walk past you? And he was yeah, you did. I was oh my God, I'm so sorry. So I went and met back up with him. And he's I was just passing through, I'm leaving soon. I was oh, okay. He's but I'll come back later on tonight. If you'll still be down here. I was yeah, I'm gonna be down here all day. She was cool. So we link up later on that night. We went to IHOP. It was a whole group of us. We all went back to IHOP, whatever. The whole time he was just kind of reserved. And it's like I said, this was my first time meeting him. So I'm first impressions. And I'm
Friday night?
Yeah, this was Friday night. And the whole time he was just kind of reserved, not really not very conversational. I'm okay. And then, God, losing my voice. After we all left IHOP or whatever, I ended up going back to his place. His friend was also there. Of course, we made out and like all that stuff. We did sexual things.
That's why we couldn't record Saturday morning. But you want to blame me.
Because you were calling to cancel. You were literally calling me to cancel, and I was like, okay,
I said that. I gave that away. It's just when I work, I can't. I'm just gonna say that. Because it's like, fuck, man. Like, I got like a few hours. And that's my whole night. Like, no. No.
But yeah, so like, what was it? Friday night, before we went back to this place and all that like type of stuff, he likes to like people watch, I guess.
I do that.
Yeah, but like.
Not in a weird way, though. Not in like a.
So like this, like, all right, so in my head, this is how I'm seeing it in my head. I'm like, there's this guy that I'm trying to talk to, right? We're sitting here, we're downtown in the neighborhood, all the gays are out because the block party just happened, right. So the whole time we're out, like, of course, like, people are like looking at him and like stuff like that, but I'm like, he's here with me. But then I'm like, one side of my brain, I'm like, he's with me. I'm like, this guy's mine. But the other side, I'm like, we're not together. So technically he's not with me. But you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like, you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Okay, because I'm trying to verbalize. He's like, he's with me, but technically he's not with me, you know? So I'm like, I'm getting mad, but then I'm getting mad at myself for getting mad because I feel as though I shouldn't be getting mad because we're not together. That's what I mean when I say the territorial thing.
I understand that completely.
Yeah. So now I'm sitting here, I'm getting uncomfortable. I'm like, I want to leave, mm-hmm. but I don't want to leave because I wanted to stay with him. But I didn't want to be in that area. I didn't want to be in that situation because I was ready to cut somebody. I'm like, mm-hmm. one more fucking person looks at this man. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that night goes on. We finally go back to his place. I end up meeting up with him again at the festival. Once again, he's quite reserved. Like, he's really shy. Like, he doesn't really interact and stuff like that in big groups. He's like more of a one-on-one type person. Mm-hmm. That was my main reason for going back to his place. I'm like, I need to talk to this guy outside of all of this. Mm-hmm. So, and then like while we were at the block party and like shit like that, like he knows people, and it's like the people that he knows is like people that I don't know, but I know of. And I'm like, I would never associate with these people. I'm like, if you want to associate with those people, that's fine with you, but I would never associate with these people. So, at the festival, of course, once again, people were eyeing him, like, okay, because he's not ugly. Like, he's nice, fine, light skin, straight, tattoos, muscular, whatever. Mm-hmm. People are eyeing him. This one dude actually comes up to him. He's like, bro, you're like mad cute. He's like, are you gay? And like, he lies to him. He tells him no. And I'm like, did he tell him no because he wasn't interested in him? Did he tell him no because he's here with me? Or did he tell him no because, like, you know, he's shy like that and didn't know what to say? I'm like, all these variables are going through my head. I'm like, once again, I'm feeling uncomfortable. I can't with this. So I'm like, you know what, fuck this. I went back to the party. I'm like, I do not need to be feeling this right now. So.
Sounds like he's not for you, friend.
So I have my list. My list of options. Mm-hmm. So I end up meeting up with him later on that night. And then there was like a shift. Like, it was like, now he was finally like embracing me as if he was with me. Like, he was like the holding hands, like the PDA type shit. It was like that together type thing. And I was like, okay. Like, now at this point, I'm like mad confused. Like, we end up running into one of his friends, and his friends asked him, he's like, oh, is this Bae? And I turned to him like, are you gonna answer that? And like, neither one of us like responded to the question. We both just kind of like nonchalantly let it go. So I was like, okay, like, cause he was sitting there like, you know, like hugging on me, like rubbing me, like shit like that. Like, that's why his friend asked him, like, is this Bae? So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, cause I'm the type of person, I need answers. I communicate. I talk about things. We're going to talk about this, but he doesn't do that. He doesn't communicate. And it's like, that's why there's the disconnect, and there's all, like, you know?
No. That's what it means. The answer's no. You're like me. I communicate too.
Right. But it's like, I need to learn how to deal with people like that. Like, those type of people that don't, or like just can't find it.
Don't. They're not for you. I don't know, like...
Because I have friends like that, too. Like
me, too.
Yeah, like, it's like, I have to learn how to deal with that. Like, when it's, like, not in a romantic situation, like, if it's just a friend who's just having a problem communicating, like, I need to adapt to that.
Maybe
I don't know.
honesty. And then if they don't respond, like, what else can you do? You know, you can't force someone. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
I've never heard that before.
Never heard that before?
No.
Are you serious?
But that works.
It works. Like, that's like a famous thing. I've been told that all throughout my childhood.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. I met, I originally met this dude on Grindr, I believe. I don't know. I got his Snapchat. No, I got his Instagram from Grindr. Followed him on Instagram. He put up like a little Q&A thing, and I responded to one of the Q&A. Like, we started like talking or whatever over Instagram, sliding in each other's DMs, whatever. And I ended up running into him both at the block party and at the festival. Met him in person. He's sexy as shit. Just as sexy as he is on Instagram as he is in person. I was like, damn, this man's eyes has like this piercing like green, like
turquoise.
I can't even describe. Hold on.
The color of that Pampers box.
Yeah, the greenish looking part though, not the blue. Like they are literally that
That's
color.
A weird color.
Yeah, but it's like he has like this facial structure. Child, I'm gonna have to show you when we turn this camera off. But if this dude, the shy motherfucker, don't act right, on to the next one. My only thing about the other dude is that he's a Scorpio, and like my experiences with Scorpios either go left or like right or all the way left. It's like
I've never dated a Scorpio.
Me either. Well, I had that situationship with a Scorpio. First dude I ever like hooked up with for real. And he started out nice, and then he gradually got crazier as he got more comfortable with me. Like, yeah, it was the weirdest thing. Like, when I first met him, he was the sweetest thing. You know, very coddling, very catering. Like, you know, he like always asked me, "Do you need something?" Da 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 da. And then as I started coming over more and more, like as he got more comfortable with me, he started treating me like more like one of the bros. Like, I'm gonna say, like, you know how, like, frat bros are, like, really aggressive, always, like, hitting each other, like, shit like that. Like, start treating me like that. I'm like, motherfuckers, do not touch me like that. Like, no, do not. It got to the point where, like, I started bringing my whip with me whenever I would go to his house. I literally had to, like, whip his ass one time.
Gosh.
Yeah, like, I was like, this needs to stop. I cut him off so quick with the quickness. And he was always doing some dumb shit. Stealing, his house got shot up one time. Yeah, I was like, cannot be associated with you. No. So,
Well,
anyway, we were supposed to have been ending this episode.
yeah, I gotta get something to eat, man. I feel like I'm about to pass out.
Yeah, we will definitely have a part 2 to this episode because there were definitely a lot more pride-related topics that I wanted to talk about that I didn't even touch on.
Yes, and the month's not over.
Yeah, we're only, halfway through? Not even.
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
But stay tuned. Stay tuned for part 2. Hold on, I'm gonna give you a little teaser of what I wanted to talk about. We will be talking about, one will be talking about pride itself, what the hell it's about, because a lot of people still have the question of why do we still have pride? A lot of people,
why?
People literally wonder why do we still have to parade. People think that the world is just so great now that we don't need it no more. Like, yeah. So we talk about that.
We talked about earlier. With trans women.
We'll be talking about.
Oh no! It stopped recording again.
Shit.
What's going on? Why does it do that? Why does it do that?
Where's the button? Is this the button? There we go.
You weren't doing this earlier.
Ugh.
Oh, okay.
Shit, I should have did that. Anyway, like I was saying before the camera cut off, we'll be talking about the parade itself, the meaning of pride, all that type of stuff. We'll be talking about queer baiting, queer catching, all that type of stuff.
Oh my gosh, I've been so conscious of that this past month. Like
Queer
walking
baiting?
through the mall, seeing all the random ass like rainbow displays. It's like, whoa,
Yeah, and we'll be touching on labels too, because like a lot of people, some people have issues with labels, some people like and embrace labels. We'll be talking about that. But yeah, stay tuned. I feel like next episode is going to be a lot like the conspiracy theory episode, but just gay.
I love the conspiracy. That
was fun. That was a fun ass episode.
Talk about nonsense more often.
But yeah, this has been Double Dose. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on social media. Follow us on Instagram, more specifically, because I don't really update the Twitter or the Facebook all like that. I update those whenever I remember to do so. I don't really know what else to say.
Bye.
Oh, the question.
Oh, whoops.
The question.
Did someone ask a question?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Oh my God. Janaya.
Okay, Janaya. I appreciate you.
Janaya answered our question of the week from the last episode. And she said...
What was the question?
The question, because we didn't say it in the episodes, I had to make one up afterwards.
Okay.
But I was like, what's your best piece of relationship advice? And she said, communication is key. It's a stereotypical relationship saying, but it's true. Closed mouths don't get fed, and your partner can't always be a mind reader.
Yeah.
Let them know how you feel, how they made you feel. Talk. Which is so funny because I was just talking about this motherfucker not communicating. And I was like, I commented back. I said, preach. But yeah. So our question
This week.
for this week.
What? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Should I make it pride related? Should I make it like
Yeah.
general? Okay.
What does pride mean to you?
That's such a
I know.
question. I don't know. How do you celebrate if you do celebrate?
That's a great insight. That's a great.
Because like not everyone goes to the parades and things like that. Like some people have their own ways of celebrating. So how do you celebrate pride? Or what do you take pride in? Because pride isn't always about, the pride community. You can be pride in yourself, pride in your body, pride in your
Expression.
yeah. Like how do you celebrate or how do you take pride? There we go. Let that simmer, let that soak. And we will see y'all. Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Okay. I'm a working woman.
But we will see you eventually. And goodbye.
Gonna hit you with a double dose. Girl, you're gonna love double dose. Tell me, have you heard double dose? Best podcast, double dose.